Hello everyone. So this is probably my fourth update for my animation rig. So this is the rig. It is Bo from Critical Role, if any of you are familiar with that show. But I just wanted to test on a design that already exists. That's pretty simplified compared to the actual Canon design. So I've made a grease pencil object in Blender, and I've parented pieces of it to an armature, which is this little skeleton right here. And so if I go in, I can start controlling it, and you can see it all start bending and moving in kind of a realistic way. And you know, like that I've shown before, and that is pretty cool. But now that I've started adding some details to like kind of this drawing, it's really cool to see the benefits of grease pencil itself. There's a lot of really fascinating things, like you see the abs and like the shirt here. You know, these are all somewhat 3D. They have some depth information to them. So as I turn, you can kind of get a sense of like 3D. There's still a lot of weird like seams and stuff, and you can see them appear and disappear as I zoom in and out. And those are just part of the process and something that will be removed when I clean up an animation. Now I've made the head 3D. That is definitely the easiest way to maintain a head just from different perspectives. Hoping to make something that looks a bit more fleshed out, but this works quite well. Now I've also got these boots here. These are also 3D. And oh yeah, and then if I go to the back, you can see that, you know, there's actually like a back to this character. There we go. That's a little easier. Yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with how this came out. I think there's not too much more that I would add to it in terms of this character. The hands are super simple. I want to make a 3D hand model to articulate all the fingers and stuff, because that will speed up work time by an incredible amount in terms of animation. Drawing hands takes a lot of time. So it's coming out well, and I've also have a little animation that I can show. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna open that here, and we'll go ahead and just align it with the active camera. I'm gonna enable the effects here. It's loading. Back up a little bit. It's gonna be laggy as my laptop struggles with Blender and recording at the same time, which is why I don't do too many updates, because it's a little bit of a pain. But check it out. So you can see, you know, kind of this nice animation. It's rough, you know, things kind of, it will fold at weird angles where sometimes things go in and out of like kind of, like you can see how thin the arm is right here. But what's so cool is I can go in and edit things and change them so they'll be very close to kind of like a finished result. I can go in afterwards and edit it, is what I mean to say. But the power of grease pencil is that, you know, this character, now that I have this character 3D, if I ever just needed to like adjust a shot, I could storyboard a sequence with this character, but then always go back in and kind of edit things later. You know, here we've got, go back, you know, you can see this whole animation from a different direction. You notice some errors, but you know, this could be tweaked pretty easily. You know, all of this is a pretty powerful way to generate 2D animation. You know, I could have the camera track behind her shoulder or something like that, and then swing around. Like, those are things that you don't see a lot in most animation, but I feel like it's kind of for free with this setup. Anyway, that is where it has gone so far. My next steps are to kind of clean this animation up, and then create more rigs. So I want to get a face that can articulate, you know, eyes close, open, mouth, etc. And then I also want to get the hands in there. And once that's done, I'll have a template for characters that I can use and reuse a bunch of times. The hands I may have to remake every single time, but you know, it's very flexible. I'll be able to, you know, support a bunch of different character designs and then reuse them in a way that I find really exciting. Because man, I hate the fact that traditional animation just takes so long. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and overlay the rendered out animation on this video, and I hope you all get a kick out of it. I will be posting an update probably a week or two. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you soon.